Hello everybody, happy Friday. How are we doing? I'm going to introduce first since I've been forgetting to do that lately. Excuse me. Hello, my name is Jessie Tarian. I'm an independent demonstrator with the company Stampin' Up. I'm located in sunny Las Vegas, and in my craft room we do all things paper craft. If you are joining me from YouTube, welcome. I'm so happy you found me. I am coming to you live from Facebook. This is a replay. Twice a week, sometimes more, I come on and I demonstrate how to use Stampin' Up! Products to make different cards, card techniques, all things paper craft really. So, if you have a good time, consider giving a thumbs up, follow so that you know when I'm uploading. Head over to Facebook and look for Jessie's Cards and Crafts and join the fun live. All right, okay. Hello besties, let me see if I can find myself. You know, it is Friday the 13th, there I am. Give me a shout out when you get on. Hi Cheryl, hi Mom, hi Sherry. How you guys doing? Are you excited? Okay, I have a great show for us tonight. I'm very excited. Okay, first of all, my pre-order came yesterday, so yay! Orders have been taking 4 to 5 days to ship out because we're just, you know, business is booming. So I wasn't really sure. It was slotted to come today, and I didn't know if I'd have enough time to use one of the sets for tonight's card making class, but it all worked out in perfect fashion. So tonight, I'm going to show you a couple things. I'm going to show you the few things I got for pre-order, and I'm going to talk about product share. I'm taking pre-orders for that right now, so I want to show you what you're going to get in case you are interested and would like to reserve one for yourself. Now, product share is something I do every time we have a big release. So for the mini catalogs, for the annual catalog, and for the large online exclusive drops, I will offer these product shares. And what that is I buy everything and I section it in 4, okay? And then you get everything for a quarter of what it would cost you. You get a 1/4 of it, right? So it's a good deal. Right now, this is a smallish one, so the price point is low, which everybody loves. The thing I love about product shares is you get to see the stuff in person and, you know, work with it and all the things, and then you're going to notice that the catalogs and the online does not do these things justice. I mean, I'm going to show you tonight, but when I was looking at them, I'm like, okay, all right, I'm into it. I like it even more now. Because you can see like the iridescence, you can see the glitter, the shimmer, the shine. I don't know, it's just better. It's better. So, you know, the price point is great. You get to have everything. These are enticing things. But when I flip down, I'll go through it again. I'll show you everything that you get in this product share. And if you've already reserved one, don't worry, I have your name down, you're good to go. And what I do for product shares is I have everybody reserve pretty much like the month before it's going to release. Then when release day comes, I order them. Then I separate them and I label them and I package them. And then when I'm ready to ship or hand it to you, that's when I collect the money. So, and for this product share, it's going to be $34. And if you are a team member, you get a discount. So we head over to the Jessie's Besties team page and you can see what that is. All right, little perk for being part of my team. Hi, Brenda, how you doing? Okay, but it is 13th. So you know your girl had to do something to commemorate the day. I don't know how you feel about it. Do you feel lucky with Friday the 13th? Or are you like, oh, no. I'm going to stay in bed. I'm going to keep the covers over my head. We're not doing it today. How do you feel about Friday the 13th? Yay or nay? Throw it in the comments and let me know. I'm just interested. For me, it's always a good time, right? It's always lucky. It's Spooky Friday, so you can't go wrong with that. So I figured for a little bit of skullduggery and a little bit of fun, we would play with a piece of my ghost hunting equipment while we were creating our card tonight. Okay, so this is called a dead bell. If you watch any of the YouTubers that do ghost hunting or any of the ghost shows recently, a lot of them have been using this. So basically it works with electromagnetic fields, and when that's interrupted, it triggers the mechanism which makes the bell go off. And if you believe in that sort of thing, it's supposed to be that a spirit is with you, and you might be able to get interaction by talking to them and asking them to ring the bell for yes and no. And, you know, it's a tool like anything else. I've only had it out of the house on one investigation, which I think I talked about recently. When Cheryl came to visit, we went to her hotel room and we did get some results. So it was pretty interesting. So the nice thing about this tool is some of the equipment I use, my phone can actually interfere with my readings. And because I never want to lie to you, I'm not telling you it's a spirit, it's whatever you believe, but I will tell you I'm not going to do anything to manipulate the results. If it dings, it's dinging, okay? We don't know why, but it is. I can demonstrate how it works when I flip down. I'll show you that. But anyway, so I have a lot going on. I think enough of us are on. Hi, Pam. How you doing? I'm going to go ahead and just flip down because I have so much to talk about. So just, you know, chit chat. Close your eyes if you get seasick. Luna says hi. Okay. To adjust that just a little bit. I don't know what I'm doing tonight. All right. So this is the card, and this is my first thing, my must-have for the online exclusives that are going to release next month. And I know some of you are saying it's too early for Halloween. It's never too early. It's called Fright Night. And it comes in a bundle, or you can buy the pieces separately. So you have spider webs, tags, you can spell out boo and eek. It's got a little spider, it's got a banner, and a little piece to make your tag have a hole punched in it. Okay, so those are the dies. And then these really cute stamps. Now tonight, we're just going to play with this. We're just going to have a good time, okay? We're going to do a little ghost hunting. I'm going to take you on an adventure. And so this is what I came up with. And basically, we're just using the set and seeing what we could come up with. And this is what I came up with. Just using the dies and a little bit of ink and paper. All right, so already loving that. Hi, Terry. Welcome in. So that was the first thing I got. Next thing, this really cute stamp set, just a note. I love things where I can like stamp the lines for writing. It's got some nice sayings, you know, very simple. And then the die set, I'm a sucker for a paper clip, you know what I'm saying? Any kind of really, what do you call it? Like office supplies? I don't know why. Look, you can make the ripped out, what do you call it, loose leaf paper, and then put the lines on it. Get out of here. So I had to have this. Then I wanted this one next. Oh my gosh, my dogs are gonna drive me crazy. called the Bauble Blooms. I don't know if you can tell by just the stamp set, but you cut out with the coordinating dies your Christmas ornament. You can cut out the flowers after you stamp them. It's got some nice sentiments. You know, build a really pretty Christmas ornament. I think this is so pretty and we're gonna do a lot with it. So I had to have that. And the last stamp set that I got, now there's a lot coming out and I just dipped my toe in the waters, but these were the first things that really spoke to me. So we have that canister builder punch, and there is a stamp set that's out already that goes with that. Remember, it had the candles and the hearts and the cookies. We used it once. Well, they have a Christmas edition stamp set. I'm obsessed with this. It is so cute. You have the gingerbread cookies in your jar, a sentiment that fits in there. I mean, look, I actually made that once where I did like a little diorama in a canister for my coffee bar. So I was all into that. So if you have already purchased the Canister Builder Punch, you may want this when it comes out next month. Christmas is right around the corner. I know that sounds crazy, but you gotta work on this stuff early, guys. Okay? So those are the stamp sets. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about what you get in your product share. And I have an advertisement. If you scroll through or at the top, it's pinned. I noticed on that when I checked the price today, because I couldn't remember what I said, that I put that you got 5 yards of ribbon. You actually get 7. So that's a little yay for you. Okay, you get 4 different papers. You get the Need for Tweed. And these all come in 12 by 12 paper packs. However, when you do a product share, you get 1/4 of it. So they come in 6 by 6. And they're all wrapped like this and labeled with the reorder number and all the information. Okay, so then you have the Painterly Pears DSP, very rich, very cute, love. You have the Floral Charm paper, which when I looked at it online, I was like, oh yeah, more flowers. But actually, I like the color combos of this paper in person much better. And my favorite, the Spooky Sweet Specialty DSP paper. Now, when I cut this in 4, everybody is going to get a piece of this. One side is patterns, one side is characters and things. There's cut aparts in here, there's tags. And so I separated out all, so you get a bunch of ephemera, you get the tags, you get the paper. I mean, that in itself, you could do a ton of fun Halloween cards with that. Okay, so 4 papers. You get 3 different gems. So you get the Charming Shimmer Faceted Gems. So it's like Secret Sea, it might be Strawberry Slush, it's kind of purpley, and then like a vanilla, very vanilla, and they're very sparkly in person. These coordinate with, oh, I don't have my sticker on there yet. These coordinate with the Painterly Pears, what a weird name. They're so sparkly in person, really beautiful. They don't show up really on camera, but they are gorgeous in person. So I will be getting more of those. And then these shimmer stars, they're foam stickers with glitter, but it doesn't rub off. So we're going to be using some of these today in our card making. Then some Petunia Pop iridescent ribbon, some Mossy Meadow and Gold ribbon. Again, goes with that Painterly Pear set. This Petal Pink braided trim. So each one of the ribbons you get 2.5 yards of. So you can do tons of stuff with that. And then they also had these iridescent treat bags. So I included that in the product share. Everybody gets 5. And I was thinking that when it becomes that time that we're going to start using all this spooky stuff, I'm going to use this actually for card making and things, not just treat bags. So I was excited for this. And in person, very pearlescent, very pretty. So you get all of this for one low price. So if you haven't already and you're interested, leave me a comment or go to the post so that you can look over all the stuff. Just remember that you get more yards of ribbon than what is posted, okay? Okay. Oh, you can separate the corded ribbon? Yeah, I could see that. Very cool. Okay, so I am going to turn on my bell. That's just calibrating, don't worry. I'm going to turn it up a little bit high. Okay, it's calibrating. Okay, calm down, please. Let it do its thing for a second. Let me see. I have a magnet over here. See, it's not going to affect it. The camera's not affecting it. Nothing's setting it off. I could physically make it go, but I'm not going to do that. But if you take a magnet, let me turn it up a little bit, and you put it, ooh, okay, so it's stuck. It's a real magnet, guys. I don't know. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So I interrupted the field and you can make it go off. We don't need it that high. All right. I'm going to set this. I gotta see where we're kind of zoomed in tonight. Where do I want this? I need it somewhere where it's not gonna be in the way. All right. I'm going to set it there. I don't know. We'll see. If it gets annoying, I'll move it. How about that? All right, I'm putting the magnet out of the way, so I'm not setting it off. If there are any spirits that would like to communicate with us tonight to get our attention, all you have to do is come near the bell. Okay, so that is set, and we're just going to forget it, and if something happens, we'll know. All right, so here we go. We bring the materials in. Now this is super simple. I did not do a layout for this. This is literally, hi, if this is someone wanting to communicate, could you hit that bell for me twice? So 2 quick ding ding, so that I know that it's not something, you know, just affecting it. All right, so we'll see. We'll see, guys. That may have just been calibration. I'm a ghost hunter, but I'm also a little skeptical. You know what I'm saying? Other things need to happen. So we're going to take our card base at 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I'm gonna go ahead. We're just gonna crease that down. I have an insert at 5 1/4 by 4. You know how to do that. We do that all the time. So what we're going to do, I took the dies and I went ahead and I took some sparkly paper and I've cut out some cobwebs to kind of save us a little bit of time. But we're going to do some embossing, we're going to do some stamping, and then we're going to cut it all out. So we're literally just making the stamp and paper work for us in this set. That's just going to be a cutout. So, how is everybody doing? Did you do anything fun? Do you have any fun plans this weekend? How are you guys? I have a weekend of cleaning. We're going to celebrate Father's Day on Sunday. Happy Father's Day to all out there that are fathers. That might be catching me. I caved. I gave my husband his Father's Day gift early. But you know, it's okay. So the first thing I'm going to do, well, I'm going to put, you really don't have to put a cushion, but just in case, I'm going to put it down. With red rubber, you can just stamp paper to your stamp right on there because it's firmer, you know. Give it a minute. Let that ink soak in. There we go. It's kind of light, but it's okay. All right. So I did that in the pumpkin pie. Now we are going to emboss the next image. And to do that, I'm going to take the Versamark Watermark stamp pad, which is like sticky ink. It's clear. And we're going to give this stamp set a good coating. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of light pressure. Get that in there. You really want it inked up. And hold on one sec. Where is my, oh geez. Remember what I said, I need 2 dings. Can you make it ding twice? Ding ding. I don't know, guys. I'm still learning this equipment. I have seen it in action and feel that we did get a response, but you know, by itself, okay, that's 1. Although it is going off quite a bit. And you saw how hard it was for me to make it go off with the magnet. So, I don't know. Do you like the bell? Okay, so I inked that up. And now we're going to put some of the black embossing powder on it. So I'm going to put it in my little tray and I'm just going to dump all over it. And I know I'm using a ridiculous amount. It doesn't matter. You agree with that? Very good. We're going to tap it off. Now, because that ink is sticky, wherever we stamped, it's holding it, right? Now, I'm going to put this to the side. I'm going to off camera later. This is a funnel. I'm going to put all that back in the jar and make sure Kirby doesn't get it. And then I will have that for hundreds of cards. Okay, so now I have our heat tool. It's going to get a little bit loud. I'm just going to heat up that embossing powder and let it melt. You want to keep your tool moving, and when you see that the powder starts to get shiny, it's done. You need to move on. You don't want to just hold it and keep melting and melting it, because you will over melt it and it will absorb into your paper. Okay, there it goes. It's like magic, guys. Can you see it changing? Now, if you buy the embossing kit, it comes with tweezers. Use the tweezers. This is very hot. Be better than me. Remember the stories. Sometimes I use them, but we all know I like to be difficult to myself. I can't tell. There we go. Okay. I love to use that. I just was like, it needed to be darker. I did stamp it off first and then was like, no, you know what? We're embossing today. It's just that kind of a day, guys. We're having a good time. Just hanging out, you know. All right. So let me bring in, oh my goodness. Whew. Bring in my big shot, or whatever the heck it's called, my embossing. I really need to just start referring her to her name, Laverne. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut these out. We do this all the time. So it's fun to layer our stuff. There we go. Ooh, moving the camera, moving the camera. Sorry about that, guys. All right. So we have that. Now I have a piece of sparkly paper. I'm going to use the bigger frame, I think. Yeah, I'm going to use the bigger frame. I'm going to cut that one out. Isn't it weird? The bell got really quiet. I guess it doesn't know how to count. All right, and then we're going to take the smaller frame is the one that does the word image. I think that's all of our cutting that we need to do, but we do have some more stamping. So here are our pieces, and we'll build our card in a minute. Okay, so the stamp set comes with some really cute like Starburst cluster. And I'm going to use the sentiment, eat, drink, and be scary. Totally my vibe. So here we go. I was so sad. We were supposed to go and do a live tonight, the girls and I was going to set some equipment up in the house. We've had on and off activity, not too much going on, but we have had some, my husband's been getting freaked out, honestly, and it could all be because I mess with him and I act like I'm talking to a ghost that lives in my house, and I'm like, you can mess with him, it's fine, I don't mind. And Stephanie's like, stop telling it that, you're gonna get it to come after me. So I think it's just, you know, I'm bugging him, but it's all in fun. So I'm gonna take, I know I'm mean, stop it. It's fine. He drives me crazy, you don't understand. He's always driving me crazy, and so he deserves it. That's what I say. In a playful way, not in a mean way. But I don't know. Anyway, we were going to do a live and we were going to set up some equipment, but some stuff came up and we're not going to be able to do it. And I was so sad because I was so psyched for it. But Alexis comes back next week. Jamie will be home because I think she's traveling right now. And, you know, we're going to figure some stuff out. We're going to do some stuff. Yes, and you agree, huh? Are you going to help us figure out who you are, spirit of my craft room? Yes, okay. I love it. See how weird it is? It goes quiet for so long, and then all of a sudden it's like, ding, ding. Well, I appreciate you. And you're allowed to live in my craft room as much as you want. As long as you're nice. You have to be a nice spirit, okay? All right, so now we're just gonna put this together. We're not doing anything mind-breaking or, you know, nothing really new today. I just wanted to have some fun with my friends. You know what I'm saying? Okay, before I put down my tags, we gotta put down these little what are they called, guys? Webs. Thank you. Now what I'm gonna do, I tried to put a little glue on them and I just made a mess on my first card. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gluing down the corner. I'm not putting my fingers anywhere near it. And then, no, gotta go like this. And then we're gonna put stuff on top of it to really secure it in place. Because I am telling you, it was a hot mess, sticky express earlier today. I was not, what am I doing? Okay, see, because I'm talking, I'm not paying attention, and it would not be a Jessie card if I didn't get glue everywhere. Here we go. You know what I say, guys, don't be like me, be better than me. There's your disclaimer. Okay, so I'm going to take the bigger purple one, and we're going to center that like so. There's so much you could do with this stamp set and dies. If you are a Halloween girly like me, this is a must-have, I feel. Now next, I have to get the cute, there is another Halloween set that coordinates with that paper, the iridescent bags, and all of that, the stars. But this one, it just, I had to get it. All right, so we're gonna put that down. So spirit of my craft room, do you stay in this area? Ding it if yes. Or do you go throughout the house, 2 dings? I don't know if you can do 2 dings. Okay. So just for confirmation, you stay in this room? Okay. So you go throughout the house. Is that what I'm understanding? Neither. Are you attached to something in the house? Okay, I'm just going to pop that up. Do you like card making? Ooh, tough spirit. Here we go. All right, guys. We're just gonna center it. Look how cute that is. What do you think? What are we feeling about this set? Definitely, if you're not a Halloween fan, this may not be your favorite. I understand that. But thank you for letting me play, for sure. Uh-oh. Spirit, did you take Javakula, my Pam pick? No, you did not. Never mind, answered it myself. Here we go. You love it, Pam? I know. Look at those stars. They're so glittery. I am in love. You know I'm going to be ordering more of this stuff when it becomes available because it's my jam. And look at how nice they go down. It just gives that right amount of dimension. And I just feel like they need to be everywhere. So I need a lot of them, but a lot come in the set, which is nice. You know, when you buy a pack of them, you get quite a amount. I can't remember the exact number, but look it up. Oh, actually, you guys can't because it's not available yet. You know what I'm saying. I will say, looking at the stuff, like the pair... Yes? Would you like to add something? Looking at some of the pieces and some of the sets, like the Painterly pear set, when I first saw it, I was like, you know, that's really cute, but I already have citrus and blooms. You know what I mean? Like, they're really continuing the fruit. It's cute, but is it necessary? But when I saw the pieces, you know, the gems, the ribbon, the paper, it really changed my mind that now I actually want it, where I didn't want it. You know, I was like, it's cute, it's nice, but it's not necessary. But now I kind of feel like it's so rich, that mossy meadow and the yellows, and I'm like, yeah, we need that. We needs it. So that is what I'm going to work on getting. And I think just because I have it, I'm going to stick this over here, just because why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not? Yes, you agree? It is just that kind of day, my friends. Oh, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of Stampin' Seal. I can't deal with the glue anymore. And I'm going to just run that along, put it like this. And then, yeah, there is some sticky, but I'm going to grab that embossing buddy and just give it a little tap so it's not sticky as much. There we go. Done. Perfect. All right, so there we go. What do you guys think? Did you watch my video? Yes, I think so. You got the, great. Sherry, when you make some stuff, I want to see it, okay? Ooh, Tammy, I love your jack-o'-lantern. It's my favorite. Okay, let me flip up. We'll chit-chat. Here we go. Close your eyes. All right, there we go. Okay, so, did you see my video? Okay, first of all my night owls. If you just happened to be on last night, excuse me, and you kept getting notifications, I apologize, that I was posting on my Jessie's Cards and Crafts. I'm trying to learn how to make reels that are better quality. So I take my film clips and I import them into iMovie and I make the movie. You know, I clip them together, I cut them, edit them, whatever I'm doing. And when I upload them to Reels, they're in a tiny box. So you have this big black area screen, and then in the middle is a tiny weird box with my video. So I tried a different editing software, and then the box was still a box, but like oblong shaped, still small, still weird. So I was like, okay, let me edit the clips, which I don't need much editing, but like I just cut them down a little bit. And then I'll string them together using the Reels tool. And when I did that, if you saw my slot video that I posted this morning, it looks really good, and I was really excited, and I strung them all together, and I was like, oh, that's so good, and I posted it. But I kept posting last night and taking it down and posting, and I did it that late at night because I was like, well, I don't want to keep frustrating people that I'm uploading and then it's not right, you know what I mean? Or uploading the same material 7 times, you know. So I did it then, figuring people will be asleep, they really won't pay attention to it. So I would upload it, delete it, upload it, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, oh, it looks so good. I figured it out. I'm so smart. And then I posted it and I left it. And then it was late. I went to bed. And then I watched it in the morning and I'm like, it's going perfect. And then it cuts off and the next clip comes on. But you don't see me like throughout the bonus. And I had like transitions in there, gone. So apparently the Reels shortens your clips down or just gives the highlights or something. So it's not perfect. I mean, it's good. You get the idea. But I was like, dang it, I'm trying. I'm really, thank you. Thank you for the support, Belle. I just, I don't know. I'm trying so hard to figure this stuff out. I am a little technically challenged, so I'm going to keep trying. But if you were on last night and you saw that weirdness going on my page, I was not hacked. I'm just trying to figure it out. Yes. Yes, Mr. Bell. Oh my goodness. So I think that's what I have for you guys this week. I'm just checking the stuff, see if I missed anything. I'm kind of behind on my comments. I did want to say, Tammy, I did read, I didn't respond, but I did see that you asked if anyone had ever used a magnetic platform in their embossing machine. I do have one, and I like it. And it works. But what I noticed was, when I was doing repeat cutting, like for my card packets, you know, I would put the same dies through 30 to 60 times. It would almost like magnify the metal after a while, and I couldn't get, it's like when you put 2 ends of a magnet together, it wouldn't stay where I wanted it after a while. Like at first it would work perfectly, and then things would kind of go cattywomp, and it got frustrating. Yes, I'm sorry. Do you have something to add? Okay. Well, that was very interesting. Could you make a knock on the table Okay, I really thought that was going to work. Stop it. I was like, all right. If something comes crashing down, call 911. I'm just saying. Anyway, it's daytime. I shouldn't be freaked out right now, you know. Anyway, so, gosh, that distracted me so much. I forgot what I was saying. The magnetic plate. So it does work, and I do like it. But it's not perfect. I will say that. It takes something to get used to. But if you're making one card and you're using that die like once or twice in a row and then moving on to another die, it's great. It works perfectly. And it's strong, so it will hold through the cutting pad. One day I'll pull it out and I'll show you. How about that? So I do read them, I swear. And most of the time I'm good about answering and stuff. It's just lately I've been kind of all over the place. What are you going to do? But I think that's it for me. Friend Ghost, do you have anything to add? Are you a bestie? Can you give me a ding ding? Okay, their camera's shy. I'm going to go. I love you guys. I appreciate you for joining me. Have a wonderful weekend, a phenomenal Father's Day, and I will see you next week. Mwah.